Okay, this is a test. I'm going to share the poem that my grandmother gave to me to read at her memorial 10 to 12 years ago. She gave me and my other two sisters a poem that she wanted us to share that she had found in various reading materials, and then the poem that I wrote for her. And it's a test because every time I read it, even by myself, I start crying. So I don't know if I'll be able to read it on Saturday, or I'll have to have my husband read it. I told him if he reads it, he needs to have good diction because I want it to be enunciated correctly, like the intonation and everything. All right. So she gave me this one, Miss Me, But Let Me Go. When I come to the end of the road and the sun has set for me, I want no rites in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not too long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember that love, the love that we once shared, missed me, but let me go. For this journey that we all must take, and each must go alone, it's all part of the Master's plan, a step on the road to home. When we are lonely and sick at heart, go to the friends we know, and bury your sorrows in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go. So put this on one side of the page, and then my poem over here. I remember. I remember my sisters and I anxiously awaiting you and Grandpa's arrival while wearing newly sewn pink Easter dresses that Mom had just made on her own. It felt like eternity, but those Christmas days, Easter mornings, warm summer days, although it was just a few hours until gifts, hugs, and surprises were brought and shown. I remember playing for you what I had taught myself on the keyboard, practice, more practice, as I devotedly taught myself until you came so it would be perfected. With excitement, I would play Silent Night or some other infamous piece for you. Then I would request that you play a tune for me so I could hear your talent and be captivated. I remember Great Uncle George and his magic tricks. He inspired me to ask Mom for a magic hat kit that Christmas. Next time you all came, you were my captive audience. Cheering and smiles would be my reward those days I miss. I remember the awesome aroma of fresh baked cookies that Great Grandma Smith would bake. Every time us girls were coming over, peanut butter, oatmeal, sugar cookies, she would get busy baking. The scent would welcome us in and she would offer us some with a smile. And then Grandpa would take me for an impromptu ride in the wind on his Goldwing. I remember the palace you guys bought for us. It was one in our eyes. It made Mom cry. It brought us down here closer to you and Grandpa, which was a blessing. God knew that in time your presence is what we would need. As the time came eventually when Mom, your daughter Genevieve, would be passing. I remember how you lost not only your husband, but your eldest child that year. How hard it must have been for you, but you didn't dwell on it, at least not in front of us. Then, when your son David left too, I could see fate's hand was wearing on you. You pressed on, that's what you always did. You seldom, if ever, put up a fuss. I remember all the help and love you gave us through the years. You never complained. Instead, we made the most of our time together. We would visit you, go to the movies, the cemetery, and share a dinner. Those days are held deep in my heart forever. I remember, Grandma, all the thoughtful acts. Sorry, and the rabbits are loud. I remember, Grandma, all the thoughtful acts you have done, love you have shown. Life is hard. When losing those we hold close, we don't want to let them go. All I can do now is remember, hold on to those cherished memories close. I will remember you, Grandma. You will continue in my heart and mind. This I know. I almost did it. God bless.